Bizarre Brain Comics. Greetings, Fright fans, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. And I am your horror host, the Dark Librarian. And I am here to tell tales of terror. And this is my friend, Mr. Bones. He is here to help me. Aren't you, Mr. Bones? Oh, he doesn't talk much. Yeah. What is it, Mr. Bones? He can't. Oh. Today, we're here to delve into the pages of one of the great fear comics. Oh, it is so fearsome that fear is in the title. The Haunt of Fear. This is a 1997 reprint compilation of several of the issues of Haunt of Fear. And the one we're going to look at is this one right here. This is from Haunt of Fear number 17, 1952. Pre-code horror. And that's the story we're going to look in. That is called Gorilla My Dreams. Get it? Gorilla My Dreams. Now let's see. What the big book of knowledge has to say about it. Shed some light. Oh. Although the book is The Haunt of Fear, the story is from The Vault of Horror. And it is, of course, EC Pre-Code Horror, 1952. And The Vault of Horror was an American bi-monthly horror anthology title from EC Comics in the early 50s, running from 1950 to 1955 for a total of 40 issues. It was hosted by the Vault Keeper. He's a friend of mine. All three horror hosts from EC Comics ran in all three of the EC horror titles. That's why it's in the title of The Haunt of Fear that we will be told the story by the Vault Keeper from the Vault of Horror. The Vault Keeper was introduced in War Against Crime number 10 and continued through its format and title change to the Vault of Horror. Originally, he was more frightening, like an inquisitor, but evolved into the more dark, comedic character he is better known to be. And there was a 1973 film made of using the title of The Vault of Horror, utilizing EC horror stories. Unfortunately, they did not use the Vault Keeper in that movie, unlike the earlier Tales from the Crypt film, which did feature the Crypt Keeper. So, let us go join the Vault Keeper and see what the terror tome he has to share with us is this time. Oh yes, this, here you can better see that cover, and that is a cover drawn by Ghastly Graham Ingalls for The Haunt of Fear number 17. But before we get into the story, I want to share this with you. This is our host tonight, telling our tale. That is my rendition of The Vault Keeper. Oh, and he can be yours or any number of others. On these cards, 5 by 8 inch cards, original character drawings for you or someone who you know might be interested. Just contact me in the comments below with name, email address, or snail mail address, or contact me here at my email address, and you'll see what I can do for you. It's comic characters, comic strip characters, Star Wars, Star Trek characters, and the like. And we'll see, and they're very reasonable price. An original, one-of-a-kind piece of artwork just for you. Now back to our regularly scheduled fright. Oh yes, and Haunt of Fear number 17. And our story is Gorilla My Dreams. And that was written by Al Feldstein and drawn by George Ingalls. And George Ingalls was from 1920 to 2001. He was Pennsylvania born. And he started his art training at 15 from a correspondence course. Then he spent a year at the Scranton Art School. With an avid interest in aviation, he started contributing illustrations to aviation pulp magazines at 16. And during the war, he served for 3 years in the Army Air Corps. And after the war, he became a staff artist at Fiction House. And starting as an assistant, he worked his way up to drawing feature stories in Fight Comics, Planet Comics, and Wings Comics. And later, he got on at Fawcett doing Captain Video. With Fawcett's lawsuit with DC Comics, he left Fawcett, and Al Williamson got him to go to EC, where they broke him in on The Haunt of Fear number 15. That was just a couple issues before this one. He became known for his ability to render scenes of extremely brutal violence. He later did numerous private commissions for paintings representing EC Comics titles. So let's take a look at our story. You can see here. It is a very nice, clean line, very professional. Has some great backgrounds, good storytelling within the limits of the confines that the EC presented for them. Remember that these artists got their drawing paper, drawing boards already broken down into panels, and all the lettering already done on it, and often they had tendency to be very, very wordy, and they often left very little space for the actual drawing. And all these artists were great at being able to utilize the space provided for them. This begins with a splash panel, and then it gets right into the story with the Vault Keeper. Greetings, boils and gores. Welcome once again to the Vault of Horror. Come in and relax on that marble slab over there. This is your host and Howls, the Vault Keeper, ready to relate another terror tome from my fabulous collection. I call this one Gorilla My Dreams. And it starts off here with just an ordinary man, Philip Stoker, leaving for work in the morning, kissing his wife and children goodbye for the day, and he gets to his office, and his secretary is saying to him here, "Oh, there's someone waiting for you in your office." And he says, "Okay, I'll go in and see him." He gets in there, and he just starts with pleasantries, and then the fellow says, "Yes, Mr. Stoker, you will do nicely indeed," and quickly grabs the man, Stoker, and jams a hypodermic needle into his arm. And some unspecified time later, he is awakened, and he sees the fellow there. It turns out he is a doctor of some kind. He says he's a brain surgeon, and he's conducted an experiment, and Stoker was instrumental in that experiment. And here he shows, "See, Mr. Stoker, here is your dead body laying here on this other slab." And then he reveals that, "But you're still alive. Your brain lives in the skull of a gorilla. I have placed your brain in a gorilla." And he tries to move, and he's strapped down, but he is so angered. Suddenly, like so many bands of tissue paper, the straps part. "Wait, no, stay where you are!" And the doctor collapses and dies from a heart attack. "Oh, crap! Now what am I going to do? There's no one to put my brain back in my body." Oh, and he collapses on his body. "Oh, what to do? And he takes his own body. He's going to rush to the hospital. Maybe someone can help him. But he sees, now for the first time, he sees the visage of the gorilla he is. He grabs his own body and he takes off, carrying his body. But a car is approaching, and it's a police car. And all they see is a gorilla carrying the body of a man. So he rushes into the woods. He has to leave his body behind. He can't be captured. And they said, "Oh, he's heading into the woods after him. This must be that gorilla that escaped from that circus the other day." "Yes, a missing gorilla. They think you're the missing gorilla. Didn't you read something about it in the paper?" "Yes, you did." And they're looking in the forest. They can't find anything. Can't find hide nor hair. But he was hiding there and watching them. And they take the body away. "Oh, what am I going to do? No more body. Oh, I go home. I've got to go home. And tell my wife." Of course, he's tried, and he realizes he can't speak, because gorillas can't speak. He gets home, and he gets there, and it's already too late. They've been informed that he has been killed by a gorilla. "Right, all right, write a note." He gets in his car, finds a notepad. "I'll write a note and say what. No one will believe me. What could they do for me? Oh, he doesn't know what to do. Wait, there's only one thing I can do." And he goes to the circus where the gorilla had supposedly escaped from, but actually had been stolen. And gets in the ape's cage, and here they're surprised. "Well, the gorilla's back. Well, geez Louise." And he stays there, being the gorilla at the circus. And sometime later, his wife and children appear there at the circus. There he is, Mommy. There he is. Is he the one, Mommy? Did he kill Daddy? I think so, dear. Oh, and the kids are yelling, "I hate you, I hate you, I hate you!" Ah! And the horror, the angst he must feel for his children hating him, and he's rage and pain rattling the cage because his children and his wife express nothing but hate and contempt for him, thinking that he is the one who killed himself. Oh, anybody care for a banana? That's the fruit with appeal. Ape appeal, by the way. Next time you see a caged gorilla, be kind to him. He may be fill up. And now, friends, I'll turn you back to the old witch. That's when they go on to the other stories in the issue. Oh, talk about your body horror. Yeah, I happen to really like ape stories. It's one of the reasons why I chose this, and I thought it was very well written, very well told, and extremely well represented artistically. So I want to thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, and share with your other horror aficionados, especially those who like pre-code horror. And remember, friends, even if it's fearful, comics are art.